This is Monday Motivation, episode number 288.
The Melissa Ambrosini Show.
Welcome to the Melissa Ambrosini Show. I'm your host, Melissa, best-selling author of Mastering Your Mean Girl and Open Wide. And I'm here to remind you that love is sexy, healthy is liberating, and wealthy isn't a dirty word. Each week, I'll be getting up close and personal with thought leaders from around the globe, as well as your weekly dose of motivation so that you can create epic change in your own life and become the best version of yourself possible. Are you ready, beautiful? If you want to listen to my episodes one day earlier than they are released anywhere else, you have to download the app Himalaya and follow my show. Himalaya is free, super easy to use, and has every podcast you can think of. I love that you can leave comments under each episode and even create episode playlists. Make sure you check it out today. Hello, beautiful friends, and welcome back to the show. Thank you so much for being here. I am honored to share this space with you and to have this time with you every single week. It lights me up so much, and I don't take it lightly. Like, you giving me your time is something that I hold very close to my heart, and I truly hope that these are beneficial for you. And today we're going to chat about how to let go of friendships, because in our private MA Tribe Facebook group, I asked what you guys wanted to hear about, and this was a request from someone, actually quite a few people. So I thought I would do a Monday motivation on this for you guys, because we all have friendships. We all have relationships in our life. And for me, this is something that I've had to really navigate over the years, because when I love someone, I really love someone. And you're in my life. Like, when you're in my life, you're in my life. You're in my circle. You're in my heart. And other people are a little bit more floaty and they come in and out of people's lives. But when you're in my heart, you're in my heart. And that used to really hold me back, because I would hold on to these friendships that sometimes had already expired, and I would hold on for dear life because we used to have so much fun. And I would tell myself all these stories like, but you know, we've been friends for so long and all these things. But what I realized was that every friendship is a season, a reason, or a lifetime. So every friendship either comes into your life for just a season, or maybe it's a reason. So the reason might be, well, you started dating someone and his best friend was dating Sarah, and you and Sarah became close because of a reason. So that's the reason you could come together. And then there's people in your life that are your lifetime friendships that you will have your whole life, that you don't necessarily need to see each other all the time, but every time you do see each other, you pick up exactly where you left off. And for me, understanding that every relationship is either a season, a reason, or a lifetime really allowed me to let go and surrender and not hold on with white knuckle grip to some relationships that I'd told myself, but we'd had so much fun and, you know, they're a lifetime friend, when really they were just a season or just a reason. And that's okay. People are going to come into your life for a season or a reason. And then there is going to be people that come into your life that stick around. And that's okay. Our job is to not judge any of them. Our job is to not get attached to any of them and just allow ourselves to enjoy each relationship for what it is, and not get so caught up in wanting every single friendship to be a lifetime friendship, because they're not. They're not all going to be lifetime friendships, and that is okay. And if you're someone like me who wears her heart on her sleeve and is very loving and just wants everyone to be in her heart, this has caused me a lot of pain in the past, because I've held on to relationships where the other person has already moved on, and that has caused me suffering. But remembering that every relationship is a season, a reason, or a lifetime, has really allowed me to soften, let go, surrender, and just get out of my head and back into my heart. It doesn't have to look a certain way. Friendships don't have to look a certain way. Not everyone has to be a lifetime friendship. Okay? So if you're not driving and you've got access to a pen and paper, or you can type this in the notes section in your phone, maybe write down an example of a friendship that was a season in your lifetime. For example, when I danced at the Moulin Rouge in Paris, I was there for a year, and that was a season. That was a season of my life. It was 1 year of my life, and I had friends in that season, really great friends, that were only in my life for that 1 year. And that's it. So think of an example of someone who has come into your life just for a season. Write down their name without judgment. Don't go into your head. Just stay in your heart and just stay neutral and just write down this name. Don't get caught up in stories, but they did this to me or whatever. Just stay in your heart and write their name down. Don't judge it. Don't go off in the story. And if you've got more than one, you can put them down too. Now I want you to think about friendships in your life that have been a reason. So, for example, I've had friendships where in the past I dated a guy and his best friend was dating Sarah, and Sarah and I were friends, and that was a reason. We formed a friendship because of a reason. The reason was our boyfriends were best friends. So think of some people in your life that have maybe come into your life for a particular reason. And if you've got more than one, you can write them down. Don't judge it. Don't go into your head. Just stay in your heart. Stay open. And if you're driving, you can just think about these people, or you can say their names out loud or in your mind. And now I want you to think about lifetime people in your life, lifetime friendships. Who has been in your life for a really long time? This doesn't mean like since you were born, just means for a really long time. And it's those types of friendships that you don't necessarily need to speak all the time, but when you do see each other, you pick up exactly where you left off. I know you know what I'm talking about. There's no expectation. There's no stress. You just show up for each other and it flows. There's a lot of flow. So write down one person, or if you've got more, write their names down. And now look at these three lists: the season, the reason, and a lifetime. Without judgment, without any story, just look at those three lists. Now, going back to the season, I want you to write down one thing you learned from that relationship, one thing you learned from that friendship. So your friend Amanda, who was a season in your lifetime, what did you learn in that relationship? And then write down, what is one thing you're grateful for from that relationship? And you can do this with each person. You can even pause it and do this with each person. But right now we're going to move to reason. What is one thing you learned from someone in your life who was there for a reason? And then what is one thing you are grateful for from that relationship? And then moving to a lifetime friendship, what is one thing you have learned from one of those relationships? And what is one thing you are grateful for from that relationship? It's very easy for us to look at the season and the reason friendships and to write them off and go, oh, well, they were just that. They were just a season and they were just a reason. But that's not true. Look at what you learned from that relationship. Look at what you're grateful for from that relationship. It's truly beautiful. So know that every single person that comes into your life for a reason, comes into your life for a purpose. There is something that your interaction needs to teach you. And when we remember that each relationship, whether it's a season or a reason or a lifetime, has come into our life for a purpose, and whether they stay for a season, a reason, or a lifetime, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. What matters is that we soak up every second with them. We soak up every minute, every connection, every interaction, because we don't know how long that they're going to be in our life for. We have no idea. We don't know whether they're going to be a lifetime. We don't know whether they're going to be a season or a reason. You only know that in hindsight. You only know that on reflecting back, but you don't know it at the time. So we need to dive into our friendships with our whole heart, and we need to show up fully. And then if a friendship has done its time, let it go. Let it go. Release your grip and remind yourself, well, maybe that was just a season, or maybe that was just a reason. You don't need to hold on with white knuckle grip. Let it go. Surrender. And remember that every friendship is either a season, a reason, or a lifetime. I hope this truly helps you with your friendships. And before I go, I just wanted to say thank you so much for being here, for wanting to be the best, the healthiest, and the happiest version of yourself, and because you want to be the best friend that you can be. And I honor you for that. I truly honor you for that. I always want to show up as the best friend that I can be. So I honor you. Now, if there's someone in your life that you can think of that would really benefit from this episode, maybe it's your friends, maybe it's your soul sisters, whoever, please share it with them right now. You can take a screenshot, share it on your social media, email it to them, text it to them. Do whatever you've got to do to get this in their ears. And until next time, don't forget that love is sexy, healthy is liberating, and wealthy isn't a dirty word.